Hello. Usually, I have seen that people don't leave companies, they leave bad leaders. And mostly, those leaders lack emotional intelligence. So, let's find out what it is and why is it so important in leadership. Well, emotional intelligence is not about being the smartest in the room, it's about being aware of your own emotions and how they impact others. Now, that's the key, right? We all should be aware what kind of triggers we have and how those can impact others around us. So let's also find out the different elements of the emotional intelligence. The first one is relationship building. Now, when we talk about leadership, one thing that's key to it is that we need to not only build relationship but also to maintain them. So the relationship building is really important. And one key thing that comes in it is also called active listening, which is not to listen for responding or reacting. It's actually to listen to understand what's happening around you. That can really help you to build very strong relationship. So one tip that I have been following when I am in my role of a coach or a mentor, before coming up with a solution or answering any question, I try to understand what the other person is trying to say. What are the problems they are facing? What are their pain points? And when you go into that mode or zone of listening to understand and not to respond, that can do magic sometimes because sometimes silence is the key. The second element of emotional intelligence is self awareness. Now, this is really important. As I said earlier, it's not about being the smartest person in the room, it's about being aware of your own emotions. And what I mean by that, if you have certain triggers, we all have those. So I'll give you my example. Um, there was a time when I really used to get triggered by certain words in at workplaces. So sometimes people would just say that just to tease me, and they wanted my reaction out in the loud. When I started learning about emotional intelligence, even they do this for fun, it didn't feel right because my reaction had certain kind of impact on people. Not everyone found joy out of it to make fun of my reaction. Some people felt very uncomfortable. And this is also could be the case when you are a leader. How you behave, how you respond to things, that's how that's where it can really make a difference for your teams. Now that's self-awareness. So understanding your own self, your own emotion is really the key. The third one is self-regulation. Now that you know what are your triggers, how you react or respond to different situations, what are you going to do about it? So this is something that I try. And also remember, self-regulation will be different for different people. We all are individuals with our uniqueness. So we shouldn't be trying to copy and paste. Rather, we should be trying to find out what works for us. Something that works for me is either I write it down on a piece of paper or I go out for a walk. So that's something that has been working for me. If I'm really agitated or upset about something, and I know that I might react to this situation, I try to calm myself down by doing these two things. Now, for individual, whoever is watching this video, you will have different ways of regulating your emotions. What I would ask you or request you to is just reflect on things and then find out your self regulation technique. They can come in really handy. Now, imagine there is a production release